Okay, how? What? Oh, hello, I'm Dr. Yeah, I know who you are. I also know that the last time I heard from you, you were looking for Wakanda or something, and I think you died. What? Oh, you mean the clones that came before me, Clone 85. Oh, clone. What? Vibranium, here I come!
Life sign not detected. Activating Project Lazarus.
Ah!
Welcome to life. Clone number 86.
Clone 86? Yes, my template, the first one, we like to call him Prime, discovered that his life, like all other lives, is limited, and he didn't want his legacy to disappear with his eventual death. So, he developed a lab inside a pocket dimension. Pocket dimension? Shut up, don't interrupt me. So every time a previous clone perishes, Project Lazarus boots up and takes one of the clones in reserve, and then we start the indoctrination process. Okay, so what does that mean? We spend like a week learning about the previous clones and what their projects were, and then we decide on whether or not to continue their projects or start our own. So you had to learn from 85 previous lives of mine. Yes, it was interesting to say the least. I remember clone number 72 tried to get his hands on something called a Mind Stone so that he can enhance his intelligence tremendously. He discovered a way to divide by zero, and well, that universe is gone. So, every version of you messed up somehow. More or less. Number 85 had a pretty interesting project. Deceive an idiot into playing video games so that you can monitor his anger and use that to harness power for his super death robot. Wait, really? To fight the Eldritch God, right? No, not at all. In fact, his plan was to cut a deal with the Eldritch God and try to convince him to rule the universe. Which probably would have resulted in his death. Great. So what's your deal? Well, I think I would like to modify the project. See, instead of taking over the world with a death robot, I think I'm going to use your anger to power a single power source, like a glove or something, to defeat the Eldritch God. So, no taking over the world then? Yes, of course. For now. What was that? For now, I have this peace offering for you. Sort of sorry that my previous clone deceived you and probably would have killed you. A replicator. That's my 3D printer. No. See, it was your 3D printer. I went to the universe where your show, Star Trek, is reality. And then I got the workings of a replicator. And then I brought it over here. See, watch. I just need to adjust a few settings. Here you go. Oh, is this the IB-94 from The Mandalorian? Yes, I've seen that show. It's a good show. But no, that's more of a Blastech IB-94 blaster pistol from a universe where Star Wars is reality. Wait, that's an actual thing? Yes. Can you take me there? No time. For now, there's a video game that you need to play. I need to study your anger so I can adjust 85's project into my own. Alright, what game did you have in mind? I'll give you a hint. What hint? Oh, damn it. Oh, why'd you throw a batarang at me? Turn it over.
Hi, Freeze. I'm Batman.
No. So who remembers Batman and Robin? Here's a little history for you guys. The first Batman movie, besides the two serials from the 40s and the Adam West one in 1966, was Tim Burton's 1989 movie called Batman. Fun fact, Batman's popularity was declining in the 1970s, so they wanted to make a Batman movie to raise it up. Probably from the success of the 1978 Superman film, while in the talks for a long time, the movie went through several scripts. One movie pitch was to make Bill Murray as Batman and Eddie Murphy as Robin. I don't even know how that could work outside of comedy. One movie pitch was also called Batman in Space.
I'm Batman.
In space!
Use the Force, Luke. Let go.
His computer's off. Luke, you switched off your targeting computer. What's wrong?
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Have you not? What? Look out! You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.
Get those wonderful toys.
Very fortunately, though, the script that they decided to go on was the 1989 one that we have today, which is a fantastic movie. It's directed by Tim Burton. It had such a huge success with a budget of $48 million, and it made over $400 million, that they immediately started planning for a sequel. But even though Batman Returns was praised and was a success, Warner Brothers decided to mix things up and completely destroy their movie franchise while changing the director from Tim Burton to the late Joel Schumacher. And wouldn't you know it, the franchise crashed. Now, I'm not blaming Schumacher for the failure that was Batman Forever and Batman and Robin completely. If you would call a $200 million return on Batman Forever and a $40 million return on Batman and Robin a failure, which in the movie industry it kinda is. And upon writing this review, I found out that Joel Schumacher died in 2020. I'm sorry for his friends and family. This is not against him. I'm sure he did the best that he could and made the exact movie that he wanted. But I don't think he was the right choice to make a Batman movie. It was a commercial failure and probably the start of superhero movies starting to suck until the Dark Knight trilogy, not counting Dark Knight Rises. Which, if I have to be honest, I think I hate Dark Knight Rises more than Batman and Robin. At least Batman and Robin is shorter. And at least it's fun to make fun of.
I want a car. Chicks dig the car.
This is why Superman works alone.
But following the trend from every other Batman movie, Batman and Robin also had a game adaptation. On the Ps1. A year after the movie came out. Did they not realize that that might not have been the best idea? And drum roll please. This game is bad. Of course this game is bad, it's horrendous. Just thinking about it and talking about it right now is making my blood boil. Why did this game need to exist? Why do I own this? Why are you making me play this and... What is this? Oh, don't worry about it. It's just analyzing your anger and finding out how I can harness it. Carry on. Okay... Anyway, the game was developed by Probe Entertainment and published by Acclaim. Probe Entertainment, if you've never heard of it, I wouldn't blame you. They were bought by Acclaim in 1995, and then they were turned into Acclaim London. And wouldn't you know it, Batman and Robin was one of the last games they made before they were closed down. Acclaim, if you remember, we already talked about when they published WWF WrestleMania. Acclaim and Probe Entertainment also did work together previously on another game that was based off a franchise where the first two movies were super successful, and then the next two destroyed the franchise, and it was called And so the game starts with an FMV of Gotham City. So far it looks, dare I say, good for the PS1. The story starts with Mr. Freeze looking at the bat signal and laughing. Well, I know exactly what his evil scheme is now. Why did he drill through the ground? Seriously. Freeze is on the loose, and in order to figure out where he is and what to do, we have to access our handy-dandy Bat computer and look at some clues. Yeah, surprisingly, this actually features Batman being a detective. That's something I don't see a lot of Batman games doing, except maybe like the Arkham games. And even then, that's like the bare minimum and requires no effort to go through. This, on the other hand, I would say it takes too much effort. It is cool that you need to look for clues for evidence, but I'll explain all that later. For now, we have two halves of a poster that we need to combine. The poster being that for the Gotham Museum, showing off a grand diamond, and it closes soon. Mr. Freeze is planning to attack it, and I believe this was the first scene in the movie.
Everything freezes.
Hi, Freeze. I'm Batman.
And so now we're off in, oh god, the movement, oh, tank controls. Tank controls in a Batman game where you punch people. For those that don't know, tank controls are a control system in video games where movement is relative to where your character is facing instead of where the camera is. Think Resident Evil, those games define tank controls. They also promptly got rid of it because tank controls suck. But again, more on that later. For now, to the Batmobile! I will give the game this. It looks like the Batmobile. It could be just that I kind of love this Batmobile design, but for the PS1, it does look good. It moves okay, I guess. It gets stuck on invisible walls a lot, and doing K-turns is a bitch. Plus, I don't think Freeze's tank should be able to pit maneuver the Batmobile, but that might just be me. But it has the best tools needed to fight crime. Oh no, a Gotham citizen being attacked. Don't worry, citizen, I'll save you. And so we arrived at the museum. Alright, let's fight some goons here. We just have to find them and oh, holy shit, they ambushed me. Oh, but that's okay, I'm Batman and I... What the hell? No, punch them! Punch them, you idiot! Fight crime! What the hell? And I'm dead.
No one knows what it's like to be the Batman.
Well, that was certainly a game over screen. By the way, I think it's kind of funny how Batman and Batgirl need gold locks, but Robin just gets a regular iron lock. But seriously, just a slow walk and a lame attempt at escaping? I couldn't think of a worse game over screen. Unless...
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
I really am to die for.
Okay, so what's the deal? Why can't I fight? Well, you can, it's just that I was on investigation mode. You have to hit the L2 to switch to fighting mode, where you have to use tank controls in a game with no lock-on to fight multiple people at once, and
No one knows what it's like to be hated.
I'm afraid that my condition has left me cold to your pleas of mercy.
Love hurts. In my case, it kills.
seriously, who thought this was a good idea? So you do like no damage unless the game wants you to do more damage, and when the normal goons hit you, they can keep hitting you, so when they gang up on you, prepare to lose. And again, no lock-on and tank controls, so you have to turn slowly or run around to try to get to the next guy to fight. Sure, there's a block and rolling, but when you roll in the same distance as Gotham to Metropolis in Batman v Superman, and with blocking, you have to time it, and good luck with that, because you can't block in the middle of an attack. And I'm again dead. Damn it.
Can you feel it coming? The icy cold of space. Ah.
Okay, this time I did fight off a lot of Freeze's henchmen, and no one else seems to be coming out, so I guess I saved the day, so I'm just gonna leave, and, oh.
No one knows what it's like to be the Batman. To be the...
Alright, so what you have to do is activate these switches to release the force field and grab the diamond before Freeze gets it.
You are not sending me to the cooler.
And I saved the day! But the day, in fact, is not over. We have to keep doing this all night. This is the game. You go around, find clues, and investigate on where Mr. Freeze is going to strike next. And they don't make it easy. At least for me, anyway. You have to find phone booths and steal money, because Batman apparently can't afford the 25 cents to get a newspaper and... Wait, Two-Face coins? Is Batman counterfeiting? But most of the time I just get health. Or you can beat up criminals to get clues and power-ups, and I've only ever got like 2 power-ups, and I don't recall getting any clues. Or you can just find them. There are a bunch in the previous crime scenes, so if you ever see a question mark, just make sure to go grab it. And so the next place is a regular jewelry store. Let's go as Robin, and man, these models are somehow good and bad at the same time. Far away, they kind of look like they're supposed to, but up close, and Batman looks like an idiot. And oh my god, you can't be serious. I have to go across fucking Gotham with freeze goons attacking me in their tanks and shooting at me with super accuracy? Sure, I could shoot back, but I could hit civilians and or run them over and I'll lose health. I've died so many times here. And the map doesn't help that much at all here either, because the icon that shows where you are isn't pinpoint accurate and the draw distance is so bad you can't really tell where you're going. Plus, it really doesn't help that everything looks the fucking same. But I found something out. Something that's not in the instruction manual and something the game doesn't tell you until you do it. Throughout Gotham, there's Wayne Enterprises scattered around. When you enter the building, you go back to the Batcave, and when you exit at that spot, and it replenishes all your health. In fact, I think that does that with every building in this game. Alright, at the jewelry store, and I have to wait till the alarm triggers. Wouldn't it be smarter to just try and steal the diamond before Freeze shows up? Each place has a puzzle that you have to figure out to get the item, and Freeze and his guys don't need that, by the way. They can just walk up and take it. And, damn it! Fuck! Come on! Who's this? Frosty? Well, you know, fuck this. I'm gonna fight him and... damn it!
Stay cool, bird boy.
I can't get over how bullshit combat is and everything sucks. I mean, look at this shit. I keep attacking him and it's doing nothing. Nothing! And then he hits me once and I'm out? Like, I know I'm Robin, but come on! And when you die, it sends you right back to the menu, and you have to reload a save, which can set you back so far, and you're forced to go through everything again. And each character has like one better starting stat than the other. Batman has better strength, Batgirl has better speed, and Robin... yeah, I'm going with Batman the rest of the game, no contest. Again, you're supposed to be able to get power-ups by fighting certain gang members, but again, I keep trying and only ever got 2 power-ups. Okay, fuck this, I'm putting in Game Shark codes. Well, okay, just one code, infinite health. Just so I can make it through the game without throwing my controller. But even then, combat is so bad, and I don't know how to correctly explain it without you guys having to try it, but with tank controls and no way to lock onto enemies, plus you can barely do any damage, and the enemy can also block negating any damage that you do. With infinite health, you don't have the danger of dying, but it still takes forever. Plus, infinite health doesn't really affect the vehicle, so you're still in danger from dying from that extremely easy and what? What? You can heal yourself by pressing the L2 button? It's not in the instruction manual! Okay, so the next location, and it's just another jewelry store. At least this one's bigger, but you're still forced to go through this maze with tight camera angles and enemies everywhere, which if I didn't have infinite health, I would be dead several times over. I also figure out that it doesn't really matter if you get it or not, because Freeze or Frosty will just show up and grab it, and then you just have to get to them and fight them, which I guess without the cheat code would be an almost impossible task, but I don't care. So I defeated Freeze and he dropped the diamond and... what? He still got away with the diamond? The one I'm holding? Also, I love these little newspapers you have on the loading screen, depending on if you stop them or not. This so far has only been like one night, so several Gotham newspapers must be working overtime to get these prints out so quickly. And, well, to save myself from repeating, that's basically the game. You're forced to look for clues that will lead you to the next crime scene. It's honestly a really cool and interesting concept, but it's executed terribly here. And again, I found it really hard to find clues, and as the game went on, I could only get like 2 clues before the next crime. And you only have like 30 minutes to collect clues, plus combat being as hard as it is, you could die very easily, making it a gamble since most group of goons or in groups of 3 to 5, and it's not a guarantee you'll get anything. Well, you could just use the coins and get newspapers, I hear you say. Well, again, most of the time I only got health. I maybe got clues like 2 out of 10 times. But this will all lead up to a confrontation at the Botanical Gardens, which is just a survive until Freeze shows up kind of deal. And then it's a one-on-one fight.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death. Why won't you die?
I also found out I had rockets, which made the fight a lot easier.
By the 9 divines! Assault! Assault!
And that's the end of night 1. Of 3. Are you serious? Keep going, this is great stuff. Fine. Yes, that was only day 1. After you beat Freeze, you get a cutscene showing that Poison Ivy is the next villain you fight with. Bane? Bane's in this movie? Hold up. I have confirmed that Bane was indeed in the movie. I also watched Batman and Robin again. It's the same thing as the previous day. You have to find clues and then find the next crime scene and stop her. But instead of just regular goons, you have to fight zombies? And these zombies are like stupidly difficult. They take so much to knock down. Plus, this is when the clues started to dry up. It got harder and harder to find clues in general. Plus, they weren't that helpful. With Mr. Freeze, it was just a simple go here at this time. And yeah, sometimes you had to think, but with day 2, I somehow managed to get like 4 clues, but I swear 2 of them was for a different crime, and they both went to a different location, and they didn't have times on them, so I don't know when it would have happened. But that's easy to determine since it's the next crime, and you could guess that it was like in the next 30 minutes or so. So really, once you have like an idea of where you're going, you should be fine. This leads to the Turkish bathhouse, although it is named something entirely different on the map, so if you weren't aware of that, you're most likely going to be stuck. And it's the same deal as before, survive until the boss shows themselves, but this time you have to fight Bane and Ivy at the same time. Worst part about this is that Ivy hits you with a kiss that inverts your controls while Bane punches you. But I managed to get into the position where I could just keep punching Ivy. And you only need to worry about her because Bane will just run away after she's defeated. The cutscene shows her purposely backing up to one of her plants and, I don't know, going to sleep, I guess. I mean, she's just tuckered out. But oh no, it shows that Freeze has escaped. Even though I fought him earlier this night, so yeah, I already know that he escaped. Alright, day 3, the last day. God, I cannot keep doing this. I've already been playing this for like 12 hours. This game sucks. But that's when I discovered something. You don't have to do anything in this game. Let me repeat that. You don't have to do anything. Alright, let me be clear. You can just skip time till a crime happens and then go to the Batmobile, and after that loads, just pause and go back to the Batcave. There's like a 5-minute penalty, but after doing it like 4 or 5 times, the crime's over and you can just continue skipping time to the next one. There's no penalty as far as I know. I don't know if Freeze gets more powerful or not. I would guess the game developers didn't think that far, but the only one that really matters is the last part of their base, so you literally can sit at the Batcave with your bat thumb up your bat ass and the game's like fine with it. Also, on the 3rd day, your suit turns into the Freeze suit from the movie, and your vehicles turn into the ones they use at the end of the movie. Plus, Gotham is all icy now, but other than appearances, it doesn't really change anything. So in the final area, we have to fight Freeze again. Surprise, surprise, but that's not all. Now you have to go through some platforming. Are you fucking high? So not only do I have to deal with tank controls and ice physics, now I have to deal with platforming with Freeze goons shooting freeze rays at you. What the fuck? And instant death pits, so every time you have to run back to the observatory and fight Freeze again, just so you can fuck up and fall off the edge again. Damn it! Fuck! Oh, come on! Alright, I made the jump and... Oh, son of a... Damn it! Fuck! Oh god, it's not even fun! And every time you fall off, you're stuck watching Batman slowly guide down like a doofus. This took me so long, and it's not even that long, it's just this one area. You only need to jump like 4 times. There isn't even much after this. You go through one small area with the Cairo goons, which is great, because every time you get hit, which is often, you freeze. And if it wasn't for infinite health, I think I would be dead, and that means going back to the menu and reloading a save. After this, it's nothing special. You just fight Bane again, and then freeze again, and you win. Congrats! Well, at least the ending should be good and satisfying, right? Oh look, it's the cure to the disease Alfred had in the movie. Except that was never mentioned in this game, and Alfred doesn't really make an appearance besides emails. What, he couldn't even show up in the Batcave at all? Gotham falls and our heroes are running and that's it? That's the ending? So, okay, so according to howlongdoesitbeat.com, it takes about 20 to 30 hours of some of the most bullshitting hard controls, gameplay, fighting, and overall a terrible time to play, and not even a minute-long ending? Look, for the time this game might have been seen as technologically advanced, and sure, for a PS1 game in 1998 as one of the first entries to an open-world game, this does seem impressive, but even a glowing turd is still a turd, and this game is in fact a turd. Yeah, the graphics are okay, but with boring Gotham City, which apparently has as many of the same bookstores as there are Starbucks, plus frustrating controls and piss-poor combat system, you're most likely going to quit this game before long. In fact, I don't know anyone who's beaten this game. I couldn't find any walkthroughs online, and I found like one video on YouTube that helped me out. And thank you for that.
Silenig.
Why did I let you make me play this game? Well, because of science, of course! Yeah, get out. Yes, very well. I must return to the lab anyway and analyze the data I've already collected, but I will be back with another game. Later, loser. I really need to stop letting that guy in my house.
Cool party.
Hey, thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And also share this video across the internet. You have a game you want me to review? Why don't you put it down in the comment section? I might get to it. I also have a Twitter where I sometimes post updates, and a Twitch where I sometimes live stream. Thanks for watching.